meaning of characters have been really, really like lackluster. We see Ezra, we finally see Ezra, or space apostle,
What?
who's just like
Moses.
yeah, right, like who just comes in.
Have you seen those movies?
Yeah, I've seen them, but it's been a while. This show came out a couple months ago.
Yeah,
Right.
that's true.
Well, you see Ezra, full beard, just looking like a character out of a.
Looks like his dad.
Bible movie.
Looks like his dad.
Yeah.
He does look like his dad.
It's true.
I mean, I think his dad had blue hair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it was an animated TV show, so
Yeah.
But he did look like his dad. I hadn't
He had the
thought of that
goatee
before
like
now.
his dad.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So, like Sabine just walks in and sees him, and then they just like share this. Like he goes, "I knew you'd find me," and then that's like they walk to each other, and then it's like this little embrace, and then that's it. It's like, is that what you're gonna do when you see like your brother, or you see like
You thought you killed Ahsoka for this man.
Yeah,
Literally.
You're gonna stare at him for 10 seconds.
You're gonna like have some little
Have a-
banter and then like just walk over and give a little
smirk.
hug,
a little smirk.
It hurt. It hurt.
It's like, no, run into like give each other this massive embrace. Like there's emotion behind it. There was no emotion behind that. But one thing is like I wasn't super sure about like he does look like Ezra, but I thought there was like another dude who I was like, I wish they would have gone. But after I'm watching like his interactions and like the little mannerisms that he has, I'm like, this is Ezra. Like this is Ezra as an adult, right? This is Ezra, not Ezra from Clone or from like Rebels. This is adult, more wise Ezra, who's probably been spending most of his time meditating and connecting to the Force and all that stuff, right? Helping out the Na'vi with their whatever they're doing and maintaining his life, but he's probably had a connection to the Force, and he seems like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
He seems like he's a lot wiser and all that stuff.
But he still has that spark of humor and
Right.
fun, and
He's still Ezra.
Childish.
Yeah, he's teasing Sabine about this and that and stuff. As the in that future episodes, you kind of see that playfulness that we loved in Rebels, right? So, I thought he was. I agree. Maybe at first I was like so on the actor, but I thought he did an amazing job. So big fan.
Great, big fan of Ezra.
Live action Jabba the Hutt has never been better.
That's gonna be the biggest knock for the episode is the embrace, the lack of it.
Lack of emotion.
Lack of what I mean. It's been 6 years since Rebel season 4 ended. We've been on this cliffhanger for that long. Her whole motive to be a Jedi was, we find out a little bit more about Mandalore, but also to find Ezra. Once she has the opportunity, she takes it, which puts Ahsoka pretty much. She thinks she dies, and then you're finally there after 6 years, and it's stare at each other and have this awkward conversation, then slowly walk over and give like a hug and smile. And I was like, bro, no.
Yeah.
We did us dirty there. She should have jumped on him, dude.
Right.
Yeah.
They both should.
Sebezra or not. Sebezra or not, alright? Whether you ride with it or you don't, that embrace was super, super sad.
Right,
Yeah.
and if you compare it to the emotion that she had when Ezra was going away in season 4, like that's not that's not
Ezra,
the
get out of there!
Right, where she's like she had such a hard time like going along with his plan, but she knew that's what he needed to do.
Yeah.
But like that whole was like, this isn't like, come on, get out of there, don't do this, like don't go. You expect someone with that emotion to finally see him after the decades or like a decade they've been missing to just be like, hey, what's up, dog?
Yeah. But of like the 4 minutes we get of Ezra in this episode, after that ended, I personally was thoroughly relieved of the role that, like, the dialogue Ezra had, how he looked, all that. I thought, you know what, this is what I would expect from him. And I was just happy to see that he wasn't Enoch, or he wasn't lost like Kenobi was at one point.
Yeah.
Obviously, Kenobi thought he killed his best friend. Ezra did something for the greater good.
Right.
Yeah.
So there's
he could rest easy.
Yeah, he could rest easy in that regard. So there's that huge difference. But it was good to see he wasn't, drinking milk out of a random animal on a planet called Octu.
Yeah.
that kind of thing, you know.
I agree.
So
No, I thought it was a good reveal. Like his character was good, right? Again, lackluster, meeting of Sabine and Ezra, but yeah.
Other than that, it was did really, really well.
Because in Rebels they do have a brother-sister relationship where they like
to some extent.
Yeah, it's like they're gonna punch each other.
Dude, he's trying to hit her up for like 2 seasons. Then she's like, "Hey, I'm not into it."
Yeah,
so he kind of steps off, but then my boy pops off, dude. Like he blossoms. He becomes the man.
It's true,
and I think she notices.
Well, and the whole series is rooted around the one episode in Rebels, season 3, episode 15, Trials of the Darksaber, where she learns how to wield the Darksaber. That's probably the most pivotal Rebels episode for Sabine in this show. And that's the episode where Ezra's like talking to her, and he's like, "Dude, if I had a family to go back to, I'd do whatever it took." Like, and she's like out here whining because she doesn't want to go back to her people, right? And I think that's kind of like the moment where she kind of like sees him in a different light a little bit, instead of just like, oh, Ezra's just playing around with swords, like
just a stupid kid.
Yeah, stupid kid.
Well, it's not what she said.
Oh, Ezra, you're not that stupid kid that you once were. You've really grown up. Yeah,
but I don't know. I think that episode is when we don't know anything about Sabine for 3.5 seasons, almost 2.5, 2 3/4 seasons, until this episode where it's like, oh yeah, I killed my people. We kind of talked about it a little bit, in the episode 3 reaction, but like you don't find out anything about her like that, and I think that's when she breaks through and truly embraces the Ghost crew as her family more than she already did. She kind of clung to them because that's all she had.
Yeah.
But now it's like, hey, like now they know my background, and we know as viewers, we know her background, and it's like that kind of buildup of emotion in her for 16 years, however old she was in Rebels. Like it's got to be an equivalent amount of her waiting to see Ezra or trying to get to Ezra, right. And I mean, she exploded in that episode. She like took down Kanan, like in a fight. Like, where's like I don't know. She could have shown a little more emotion / a lot more emotion seeing Ezra. Yeah, right. I think.
Which I mean, if it also goes to show, like there was a part in season 4 where she stayed on Mandalore and was with her family on Mandalore for a while, right? And then she's like, "Oh, I need to go help."
Ezra broke through the blockade to go get her.
Right.
Yep.
And
Admiral Constantine, we talked about him too.
Yeah. He's got dog water.
We got shafted.
But yeah, and then it's like it's all this emotion that she has between like who is my real family, and then all of a sudden her family gets wrecked and just when all of Mandalore gets purged, and so she has the only thing that she can cling to is Kanan's gone, Hera's is the general. Zeb is part of the army, right? Like, everyone kind of goes in separate ways. She becomes like, Ezra's gone. It's like, don't you want, like, that familial, like, connection again? And now you're literally disobeying the orders of your Jedi Master because you want to see him, and all you're going to give him is a sly smile and a tiny little hug, you know?
Or even if like this, she runs and tackles him or something, bear hug, and then she, like, pushes him back and punches him or something.
Right.
Like she's done 1,000,000 times.
Yeah.
You know? So what does that leave us at?